470 years ago, when many barbarian tribes attacked the Roman Empire. The barbarians and Huns attacked many cities of the Roman Empire and wreaked havoc. The people living there wanted to run away, but on one side was the Adriatic Sea, and on the other side was the Tranian Sea, which had blocked their way. They had only one option left, so they started running on the nearby islands in the sea. When they reached there, they were saved from the attacks, but these islands were built in the coastal lake, whose soil was so soft that even humans could not stand on it. But against all odds, these people not only set up a settlement here, but also built buildings, canals, and even bridges, showing the achievements of engineering one after the other. This is the city that the world knows today as Venice. Despite the fact that there were no roads, no land, and no clean drinking water here, the Venetians made it the most powerful city. But how did all this become possible? How was such a big city built on those small islands where it was not even possible to stand? That, too, about 1,000 years ago. Welcome again to Only History Channel. Except for the Roman cities, the people who went to these islands in the beginning had no place to live here. The land was soft, and if you kept anything on it, it would get stuck inside. At that time, many people suggested going back to the coast, but the return meant death. Barbarians and Huns were some of the nomadic tribes of northern Europe who attacked here, taking advantage of the weakness of the Roman Empire. At that time, the situation was so serious that living on these soft islands became their compulsion. More than 150 small marshy islands were 5 kilometers away from the coast, but all of them were in the same condition. During this time, one of the refugees was getting stuck in the ground. To save himself, he buried his boat's chapu in the ground, and after going down many feet, it became completely solid. This is where they got the idea, which later became the basis of Venice City. A few kilometers from here, where today's Croatia is, trees were brought from the jungles there, and they were buried on the marshy islands. After going down about 5 meters, these trees used to go into the hard soil of the ground and make their grip. They were pushed in close to each other so that they could form a stable platform. After putting the piles inside, the upper part of them was cut and leveled, and wooden planks were laid on top of it so that the entire load could be evenly divided in the piles. To raise this foundation above the water level, special limestone blocks were placed, a load of stones on top and 5 meters long wooden piles below. This simple combination was enough to make a strong foundation. The wooden planks that were now in the water, they were blown together and became tight, and there was no place for air to pass between them. This is why the piles that were dug in Venice about 1,000 years ago, they are still in perfect condition, bearing the weight of the city.